Uh-uh. Aquarius, I am Lisi the High Priestess. This can resonate in your past, present, or future, a conversation, something that you're watching on TV, or, now is the time. Press like, subscribe, notification bell because this is a brand new channel. If you hit notification, you'll be able to see lives. If not, it will take up from 24 hours to 3 days to see this, depending whatever YouTube wants to do with it. Okay. The death card. Okay. The Page of Wands. Let's talk about death. So I'm reading a book, and I read over it time after time because it taught me a lot. And I feel like just like people read the Bible, I reread certain books that teach me knowledge. Okay, this book I'm talking about. It's funny because the card came out and what I just read. You know, our body, our physical body is like a car, or even like a house. Okay, and it's got three parts of it. Okay, our house has the tenant, it has the property owner, and then the house itself. Our house is our body, the tenant is your spirit, and the landlord is the one that lets you stay in that house until it's time to go. When it's time to go, you have to leave that house, and that is the death card. That's when death comes calling us home. We must leave this house and go to our home because this is temporary. That's why it's the tenant's house. Okay, we are temporarily in this vehicle. We So let's assume our spirit took over my body as a car, and I'm driving it around. And it's my job to take care of my car and to value my car while I am driving it. And finally, when it has no more miles, I got to go. Now, I'm either going to move into another house or I'm going to move into my home. Okay. It's crazy that people live their life like, people are so scared of death, but death is part of life. It just really is. It's the cycle of life. In Buddhism, they will teach you that. That's why they don't cry when people pass away. They do a celebration of their coming home. Bye bye, I see you later. Okay. The Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. Some of us are going to have to reincarnate into this world because we haven't leveled to get our angel wings. What if I told you that what we're doing here is trying to earn our wings so we can make it up to the sun? Okay. Also, with this being said right here, um, I feel like you can navigate navigate yourself to death every day, or you can navigate yourself to living every single day. Some people would rather live their life like they're dying than living their life like they're living. And there is a big difference because people fear death. People are so fearful of death. No, I'm scared I might die. But what if I told you if you lived your life like it was your last every single day, you will not fear dying because you will be ready to go because you would understand that in this life you have done great things. You won't have to worry about, oh, I'm going to go to hell. And that's why I won't do certain religions because of that, because they damn everybody to hell. And it's like everyone has a chance to clean up their car, wash it, and vacuum it, and live their life without all that clutter and that mess. For some people, all you have to say is within your words, within your mouth, that I confess the sin. I confess that I am imperfect. In this world, a lot of us walk around with a game face that we're perfect and we're constantly pointing out other people's imperfections instead of owning up to our own. I'm a big person that believes in accountability. Okay, accountability is everything. The Queen of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. I believe that we need to constantly work on ourselves because we are constantly prone to imperfections. We're constantly, every time we enter the matrix, we come across other energies that can actually, because energy is fluid, so we can feel, we are contagious, we can feel other people's energy. That's why there's some people that prefer not to be, they become antisocial because we don't want to feel all that energy around us. And there's people who like to be contagious because they like to feel other people's energy. They like and they like and they like and they like, they love it. And you know, usually those people that like to feel that kind of contagious energy are people who are taking fluids inside their body, people who are high off drugs, people who are drunk on alcohol, people who use certain substances so it can numb their energy so they can't feel anything, to be deadheads and zombies. Yet in history will tell you that Jesus, you know, this is history going back that long. And even before Jesus and the Roman times, people will go 7 days drinking, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And they be drunk and doing very, you know, stuff I wouldn't do now. I would never do. Because history will tell you that there was a lot of pedophilia, a lot of incest going on back in the day. Okay, these royals, they used to like have sex within themselves, and then they will cause diseases, okay, within themselves, plague themselves. Their skin will be so sensitive, and they had a lot of blood disorders and stuff like that when it came down to incest, because they felt like their energy was only meant to stay amongst them. Things got better after they started to mix their blood amongst other people. Why is it that there's people out here that are constantly getting surgeries and after surgeries to stay alive? I have literally, if you have ever been into hospice, you will see people that are finally tired of trying to survive. They're ready to let go and they're ready to receive death. They're tired of fighting. Give me a new body, give me a new house, give me a new home. Why is it? And they finally done let go of fear and they're finally have embraced what is. That's why if you were to go to a hospice or where you will go into a hospital settings, there's people who there's constantly a priest around because they're constantly in a state of trying to save the last of their sins so they could be open for forgiveness as they receive their angel wings. And I constantly say, if you live your life in a constant state of gratitude, forgiveness, and live your life like it's your last every single day, our demeanor changes. Yeah, we are prone to mistakes because we are energy. Our fluid is energy, and we can rub off to other people, especially a person like me. Piss me off and see if I don't piss off the whole world. So I have to be very careful and very conscious about how I carry myself. I can cause destruction to the world with the words that I say, or I can bless the people around me by saying great things to them. I can also hurt somebody by constantly pointing out their flaws when in reality I need to point at mine. People that point out other people's flaws are usually the people that have it within themselves, because people who have angelic type of angel wings tend to only look at the best version of you. They tend to dismiss the ugly side. And it also makes us prone to have the wrong people around us, Aquarius, because we're constantly patting, their flaws and forgetting that they need to live a little bit more of their karma so they can understand that that old self, the old version of themselves, is necessary to die, and you can't do that for them. We have to allow people to do that themselves, because then you cannot live for other people. You have to live for yourself so you can help other people live. Okay, the 10 of swords, the 8 of swords, you got to be very careful on the energy that you give off, because we as Aquariuses, as the air sign, we can inspire hate or we can inspire love. And I'm telling you, because I am not perfect, I am a spiritual gangster, not a saint, but I do ask God for forgiveness so many times, and I keep that kind of company the hell away from me, because I need to be around people that can inspire me. Because if I am around inspirational people, I can bless the people around me. I can say things that are blessed to other people. We are who we hang out with. Losers hang with losers, and winners hang with winners. And people who are enlightened tend to want to hang around with enlightened people, because we understand that we're always learning. We are not blind. And there is people out here in this world, they like to be the only enlightened one. They like to be around nothing but blind people, so they're the only ones that's celebrated, not understanding that there's many stars in the sky. There is one moon and there is one sun. And I must say, those two things, those two planets, no one can ever be. No one can be one or the other, and we must respect what they are, but they do choose who they want as a star around them. They get to pick and choose their star seeds. They get to pick and choose who they will give knowledge to, who they will give the light to, who will they give those secret knowledge to. And if you're not worthy of it, you will be a fallen star. You will be stuck on this floor with the blind. And some people want to be around the blind because it makes them feel superior. It makes them feel better that everyone is lost and you are not. And yet they are threatened when they're around someone else that has the same amount of knowledge or even more. And people who are enlightened, they enjoy sitting around with people that can bring different knowledge. That they sit around leaders. Do you know doctors tend to hang around with doctors? Yeah. A surgeon will hang around with an optician. You'll learn something new. They're both doctors, but in different fields. And every day they can teach one thing to another. Some people don't want to learn. They don't. They just don't. And some people will never be teachable because they're meant to reincarnate as a rock, not as a star seed, not as a golden child, as a rock. They are what is going to be thrown at the glass house. They're meant to be there for a reason. They're meant to be haters. They're meant to make you doubt yourself. The moon, the 9 of swords. Do not let and don't allow people to make you feel like a rock when you really are a diamond. Okay? Because the diamond under pressure, it's a rock that has formed, over time under pressure becomes a diamond. Welcome to enlightenment, and thank you for your time.